Hey guys, today we're gonna talk about an unfortunate thing that happened to Linus Tech Tips, and I just want to say I'm sorry it happened to you, Linus. If you ever watched this video, I doubt it, but I just wanted to pinch in, genuinely give my 2 cents on how you can add another layer of protection against this kind of attack, and I'm not just thumping in to get views because it's still hot. This is something that a lot of people are not talking about. How to protect yourself, especially when you're in the realm of making content and you receive multiple emails per day, and some of them with documents attached, some of them with links attached. And the only way that I do it, and I've done it for years, when it comes to either testing links, testing attachments on email, testing software, I never use the main machine. As you see here, Linus, yes, he got hit, and this is, it's sad. Let me give him a like, by the way, because I almost forgot. It's sad. And let's say you got an email right here. How do you deal with that? Because this is an email. This is a legit email, by the way, from Amazon. But let's say this is a fishy email from somebody who claims to be a sponsor, but you don't know who they are. You don't know them. How do you deal with it? Well, first of all, let's go to our other side of the things. Here's a virtual machine that I have on this computer. The best would be to have a separate computer or a separate tablet, but for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna make it in a separate machine that I test my software. This is a virtual machine set up with Windows 10. What I did here? I created a ProtonMail email account. This is totally bogus email account that I don't really use for anything major or anything of value. And this entire virtual machine setup right here, I could afford to lose every information or every bit of information that's inside this machine because it has nothing important on it. It's completely sandboxed by itself. How I do it? Go to email here, and let's say this is the fishy email that we spoke about. Here, that was from Amazon. Go to where it says more at the 3 dots on your Gmail and forward it. Forward it now to this bogus or test email that we created for testing purposes only. And this is just gonna be one of those tests. I'm saying again, this is legit from Google. But let me put it as a test. And the email I set up is the media testing. Okay, media testing at ProtonMail. And I'm just gonna hit send because it will send this email itself. So now let's go to the machine. And at the machine here, we have what we just forwarded. Let's see, Rio Link security camera. Now on this machine here, I don't really care what happens because I have nothing to lose on this one. This machine is set up only to test emails and links and attachments. And now, let me try to click one of the links, right? I'm gonna hit shop now. And now on ProtonMail, I like this feature that when you're clicking links, ProtonMail actually gives you a full link so you can read where it's really going to route you. As you see here, you can read the entire email or link. Hit confirm, and now we can go through stuff that, whatever that email had on it. In this case, it's legit, but if it was fishy, it's fishy. Now, let me check another email that I sent. For example, this one. I sent it to myself, by the way. This is another legit one. Video sponsor. If ProtonMail detects something wrong on the email, they'll actually give a small note right here, where you see that thing there. And it will tell you if it has trackers or all that stuff. Here we have a PDF attachment, which is the classic grab and go for hackers. PDF attachments, exe files, and Word documents, those are the primary ones. But now I don't care what it has because it's on a machine that I can afford to lose everything on it. It doesn't have anything attached to me, to my personal stuff, to my banking, to my YouTube, or any accounts that matter to me. And I'm gonna hit open the PDF, and it opens it here. It's, yeah, the 4K Yada Pro, but you can assume that this was a fishy email, and we opened it on a machine that we can afford to lose. And no, I'm not gonna download it because that's just for demonstration purposes only. So now let's say you want to test a piece of software. Well, let's do just that. Okay, let me minimize this one. I'm just gonna grab whatever here. For example, PS3 projects. That's just one of our projects, right? This exe file here, I don't want to test it on this machine. Let's say a friend gave it to you on a USB, or you got it, somehow you managed to download it, which I suggest not to, but let's say you downloaded it already. And okay, didn't cause harm yet. So instead of you opening it on the main machine, just grab it from here and drop it to your virtual machine. As you saw, it was just grab and drop. Let me delete it and do it again on the main screen so you guys can see what we're talking about here. That this is a feature that actually works for most of the virtual machines. This is our virtual machine, and this is our file. And I'm just gonna grab it and drop it. As you see here, sometimes it just looks like it's not grabbing, but it is grabbing. Now it's in our virtual machine. Now let's switch to the virtual machine and try to open it, because on this virtual machine, no matter what it does, it's not gonna harm anything on me, because I don't care. I don't have anything that I can not afford to lose here. Hit finish, and now it says to restart and all that, but it's for demonstration, so I don't care right now. And that's how I test stuff before I trust any email attachment, any email link, any software, so I don't end up being hacked. Now, to be real with you, being hacked is not something that I can say, oh yeah, Linus just didn't know what he was doing. And no, actually, Linus, I have nothing to blame him for, because first, it's a huge company that he's managing, which kudos to him for actually keeping a level head for as long as he has been doing. This is not easy to manage. Second of all, even the staff, how would they know? Because if you're logged in on YouTube on this same machine, but this is the same machine you're opening those files and emails, yeah, you see the problem here. All those cookies are baked on this machine. That's why I said forward the email to this machine that does not bake those cookies. We have none of that on this one. Here, it's only test stuff that I do not dare even open on my main machine. So, this, in my opinion, is the best way, or initially, to protect yourself from malicious emails, malicious files, and suspicious or fishy email files or links. Open a separate email, forward every single email, even if you know it. Even if it's from somebody that you legit know, a friend of yours, or a company that you know, they, by accident or by not knowing what's happening, might actually fall prey of those hackers or scammers and send you a infected email or file. They don't know it. Because one of the things how these hackers create a botnet, which means bot network, is by sending malicious files that actually can pass the radar of your best security software that you might have installed and just lay dormant for even sometimes up to a year or more. You will not see anything suspicious on your back end at all. It's just a file, a PDF that you open, but the Trojan or whatever they injected on it is being dormant on your System 32 or main local machine that is staying there. The only way to get rid of it, unfortunately, because most of the antivirus software are not going to be able to detect it, is just to switch your SSD drive for a new drive and reinstall everything from the beginning and format that drive with disk drill completely and use that drive on other machines. I know I'm sounding paranoid, but believe me, the more you work with tech, the less you start trusting it. It's just a thing. Ask any tech guy if they trust technology. They'll tell you absolutely not. Because now you know the back end of it. You know the bad stuff. And you know how you can get attacked. And unfortunately, there are some times that we all get attacked. I've had it happen to me. As paranoid as I'm sounding on this video, I had it happen to me. But no, I didn't have it happen to my YouTube account because it's of no big interest for now, but I had it happen to my files. All my hard drive being locked out, and locked out in a way that they changed. For every single file, they changed the name, the end part of it. So you could not even open any file, and I'm talking about on a 10 terabyte hard drive. That's a big hit. That is a big hit. But fortunately enough, I never have only one copy. I have 4 copies of every backup drive that I own. I would never, ever have a single backup drive of files and stuff that I have from years in only one copy that I can plug in my computer, and that dormant virus that I told you earlier now decides to get activated. It wakes up, goes to work, boom, encrypts your entire data, 10 terabytes of your data that you worked for years, and some of those files may not even exist anymore. Now they're gone because you didn't have a secondary or third copy of that drive that you never use. One of the drives, for example, I would never plug it in on my main machine. I would never plug it in on Windows, and I would never plug it in a machine that's online. Yes, I know it sounds paranoid. I always use it with a Linux offline machine to access those files because I worked for years to acquire those files. I know to some of you sounds like just a lot of baloney. It doesn't make sense. What kind of important files would you have? There's pictures, there's videos, there's documents that don't even exist anywhere else anymore. Family stuff, personal stuff. There are things that we have to save. And yeah, that's my 2 cents that I had to give you guys in order to stay a little bit safer in the today's online environment, which unfortunately it has become a little bit risky, but like everything in life, nothing's very safe, and there's no way to be 100% safe, especially when we're talking about online stuff. There's no such thing as safe online or safe files or safe site or whatever you want to call that. And with that said, I hope we all learned something from the unfortunate event that took place with Linus Tech Tips channel, and we all learned that as tech savvy as we might claim to be, as safe as we might claim to be, we are still vulnerable. We still have sides of us that are blind. And there's just one more layer, as Linus said himself, Theo Joe, he did a great video on this topic, but I noticed he forgot to put this part that yes, you have to actually what they would call sandbox, and I know he mentioned that some files will not allow it, know that. Well, if the sender of that email send the file with that kind of encryption or whatever you want to call it level, that you cannot open it on a different machine or on a virtual machine, either ask the sender to send it again or just toss it to the trash, because that's not an email you want to open anyway. Then it's done. Just let it go. And with that said, I just hope this never happens to any of you in any level, and I genuinely am making this video not to grab views. I'm making it to grab your attention to be safer online. And if you need any safety tips that you think I might know and you need a little bit more help on it, please let me know in the comments. And as you guys know, I don't mind pinching in whatever I know, or if I don't know it, I'll try to learn it and we can all learn together and be a little bit safer online. With that said, please hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!